Happy Friday, good afternoon. Here's your weekly mortgage rate update. Today, the Mortgage News Daily 30-year fixed average is at 6.56% APR. There's a lot of sixes in there. And that's up slightly. From last Friday, it was at 6.54% APR. So a little up and down to end exactly where, not exactly, where we're close to last Friday. So good news, inflation numbers came out. Most of them were predictable. The inflation number was actually a little lower than anticipated. So that was a great thing, but it is definitely within a range of being predictable. And so that brought rates down a little bit the beginning of the week. And then on Thursday, you had some employment numbers that beat the consensus, and so rates went up a little bit. Nothing really gigantic swings or anything that would spook the markets, right? They're just trading on data that comes out every single day. So inflation-wise, the numbers that came out definitely put the Fed on track to do a cut in September. And remember, right, the interest rate that the Fed changes is not tied directly to mortgage rates. I've been dealing with quite a few clients looking at doing refinances and stuff like that, and they're like, well, rates aren't going to move until the Fed cuts, and that's not true, right? The quarter point of a cut that is anticipated in September is already quote unquote baked into mortgage rates. And so you won't see a gigantic swing unless for some reason the Fed makes a bigger change in September and say cuts it by a half a point, a half a percent, sorry. That would definitely make the rates go down. So now we're just kind of trending, bouncing along just on data, and whatever happens at that meeting is going to be the next telltale sign. So with that, I've had a lot of inquiries on refinances. And one thing, if you have clients that call you about refinancing and stuff like that, you want to remind them that refinance rates are different than purchase rates. A lot of times, especially if they want to make a move like cash out, right? If you do a cash out refinance, you are not going to get the same rate that you see that's posted for a purchase, right? So they see a 6.5% APR out there on the internet or something like that, and they're like, oh, I'm at 7.5, so let's refinance. Each refinance is very specific to the situation. So I personally don't quote anybody on a refinance because I need more details to figure out. So if you start getting those calls, make sure that you chat with your client, whoever they're going with on the refinance. Make sure they ask a lot of questions, and don't be surprised if their rate is could be the same where it is now. It might be a little lower. If they're doing cash out, it might be a little higher. So make sure you set those expectations and let them know that just because rates are lowering doesn't mean the refinance part is where it should be. If somebody is in an FHA loan, for instance, a government loan, definitely tell them to look at refinancing right now. Those rates came down a whole bunch, and that would be something to definitely look into to see if you can get them out of that PMI, that mortgage insurance and all that stuff. So anyway, a beautiful weekend in store. Enjoy the time. This is my favorite time in Montana. I love end of summer, beginning of fall. So get out there and enjoy it. Talk to you soon. Bye.